I'm Ben Lewis. You're listening to Match Point Canada, the official podcast of Tennis Canada. So happy to be joined by American Emma Navarro. And as we chat just through to the quarterfinals of Toronto, just your thoughts so far on the week here and maybe your experiences in the city.
Yeah, been here for maybe almost a week now. Came straight from Paris and been having a great time in Toronto. It's my first time in Toronto, and I love it. Such a cool city. The people have been amazing. Everyone's so nice and so welcoming. So, that makes these weeks really enjoyable when the people are awesome. And it's one of my favorite things about traveling around and meeting new people. It makes all this really fun. And then tennis wise, I think it's always takes a little bit of time adjusting to a new surface, but I was pretty happy to be back on a hard court actually, which I didn't really expect for myself. But yeah, I've been playing some good tennis and adjusting nicely to the hard courts.
Yeah, just in terms of making that shift, maybe just talk a little bit about the Olympic experience, being in Paris, representing your country, being around the athletes, the Olympic Village. What was it like just taking that in? And I can imagine maybe a little bit surreal even.
Yeah, totally. I was pinching myself the whole week. It was so special, to be able to be in the Olympics alongside, legends of their sports, and to be able to represent the USA was, the highest honor, and it was incredibly special. To be representing the USA and to be able to share that experience with my teammates who I look up to a lot. And, it was amazing. And being on that boat in the walkout ceremony with LeBron and Coco holding the flag and, floating through the river and crowds on both sides chanting USA and waving American flags. It was, it felt totally surreal. I had chills the whole time, and it was just such an incredible experience.
Oh, that's amazing. Maybe just growing up, did you always have sort of dreams, childhood dreams of becoming a tennis player? When was that something that really crossed your mind as something you could do as a professional?
I think maybe the people around me knew it was a possibility way sooner than I did. Mm-hmm. I think it took me a long time to sort of, realize my potential maybe in the sport, and then also accept that I had potential in the sport. And, I kind of had an up and down relationship, I guess, with tennis. It wasn't something that I always wanted to do professionally. I thought, maybe college was the end of my road with tennis. And after I went to college for a couple of years, I kind of decided that, I wanted to see how far I could go in tennis. And, it turned out to be a good decision. But, it took me a while to sort of accept that, maybe I could make something of tennis. And I'm really happy that I'm on a path that, maybe it's the road less traveled compared to a lot of, just what people I grew up with are doing now. And maybe I resented taking the road less traveled for a while, but now I'm happy to be here.
We talk a lot with our Canadians about the college option, considering using that path. How key a decision was that for you? And obviously you had great success in college with that singles title in Virginia. Do you look back at that decision and think of it as maybe a key stepping stone for your career?
Yeah, for sure. I think college was super necessary in my journey. There was no part of me that was ready to be a professional tennis player coming out of high school. And I definitely needed a couple of years to mature as a tennis player and also just as a person. I was still kind of holding on to the possibility of, living a more traditional, I guess you could say, life. It took me going to college and, feeling like I wanted to go do something more that maybe my peers weren't doing. And I think that was a really important realization for me. And then also, I think I learned a lot about mental toughness and what it means to dig out tough moments and, to just be a really tough competitor in college. Being on a team, it meant so much to me. And, I took a lot of learning lessons from college with me and onto the pro tour. And, I realized how much it means to me to have a team around me that I really enjoy being around. And, we feel that sense of camaraderie and feel like we're all working towards a common goal. And, that's definitely something I took from college.
One thing I love about your career growth is it seems very linear. And even I look at this season, 3rd round Australian Open, 4th round French Open, quarterfinals Wimbledon. Can we pencil in the semis for Flushing Meadows, or why do you think it's kind of worked that way?
I think my coach and I do a really good job of being very methodical with how we go about things. And, I'm never in a rush to be somewhere that I'm not. And we put a lot of hard work in and trust that it's going to pay off. And, I think like specific tennis wise, we go about things in a very methodical way. And, I think it's how I feel the most confidence in myself and how I feel, I guess the most organized and clear in my head.
I'll wrap up with some fun rapid fire questions. A few questions for you, just top of mind. Would you call yourself a morning bird or a night owl?
Ooh, maybe neither.
Okay.
Or it depends on the day, I guess. But maybe more of a morning person. But I need my sleep too.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee for sure.
Wine or beer?
Beer.
Okay. Favorite shot to hit on the tennis court?
Oh boy. I feel like this one changes around a lot. I'll go backhand down the line.
Okay. Favorite tournament to play?
A little biased, but I'll say the Credit One Open in Charleston.
Nice. Okay. A place you'd really love to visit?
I would love to go to Norway.
Person you really admire?
My mom.
Nice. What about a current tennis player you really admire?
I admire. Can it be a guy?
Yeah, that's fine.
I admire Carlos Alcaraz. I think he's so athletic and maybe, the most explosive player that's ever played. And
lastly, if you could have name any person you'd like to share a dinner with, living or dead, who would that be?
Oh, God. I'll share dinner with Drake because we're in Toronto, baby.
Okay. That's going to be a popular answer. Emma, thanks so much for taking the time. Good luck the rest of this tournament and the rest of the summer and season.
Yeah, appreciate it.